So good evening. I'm sorry um I had a little bit of a challenge just before I started. I mean, there were some people that came informing me about this and that. So this why am I feeling like there's something that I need to do which I haven't done? Why is it? Where is that phone? Oh, there it is. So, first things first. Again, I think I just have to keep on, reminding people of my financial situation. I am not in any position to help people financially. And I wish I could. I really wish I could. Where I've been able to help. But at the moment, I am not able to help people financially. Secondly, I am also not able to help people get a job. I mean, honestly, who can I talk to give you a job? In my situation, who? I'm in no position to help people to get a job. I do understand when you're desperate. I mean, you keep searching, you look around to see where you can find something. But unfortunately, I'm not that person that can be able to help you with a job at the moment. Then there is this notion, you guys, you sometimes, yeah, you sometimes, oh, look, this is what I was talking about. You see, you people, you are very, I don't know when you're going to understand me. I don't know for how long you are going to, how long it's going to take to understand me. But I know some of you, you just do this, just, to throw some shade on me. But the point is that you need to understand that me, what I do here on social media, when I come live like this, or this page, this is not a page for, this is not a media page. This is not a media page. I'm not a journalist who reports on issues. And I'm not on this page on anyone's agenda. I'm not in public, to run anyone's agenda. I am not. Get this in your little heads. Those of you who don't get it, and I'm talking about those who don't get it. get it in your heads. I am not here to run anyone's agenda. I don't run anyone's agenda. I don't come here to speak for this one or that one. I don't do that. Whatever I say here, it is out of what I'm convinced about. I usually have an objective. I have an objective. When I come to talk, I have an objective which I want to achieve. Myself or for somebody. Okay? And I mean, when I mean for somebody, it is mostly in terms of justice, in terms of advocating for somebody. Okay? Not that I've been paid. No, because I'm convinced. Because I'm convinced. Then I will advocate and I will talk about that. And definitely, I want to achieve some results at the end of the day. I don't run anyone's agenda, especially political agendas. I don't. I run my political agenda. I run my political agenda. I don't run an agenda for PF. I don't run an agenda for Edgar Lungu. I don't run an agenda for whoever, no. If I agree with something, I will come and talk about it from my point of view. Not that I'm running somebody's agenda. No, I don't. So get this very clearly, because you irritate me, some of you. You really irritate me. No, you should be consistent. You should be consistent. It's you who is failing to think properly. It is you who is failing to think properly. You want everything. You want me, if I'm supporting Edgar Lungu, I should be supporting Edgar Lungu, everything, even what is not making sense, I should agree. No, I'm not like that. I'm not going to be like that. I've never been. I've never been. So this nonsense of you coming into my inbox, hey, you should be consistent. That is being stupid. You are being stupid. You are really being stupid. You are really being stupid. If you can't see things the way they are, you can't see it. That is your problem. Don't come into my inbox. Eh? You are busy. No, hey, be consistent. Just because I have agreed with the speaker. Just because I've agreed with the speaker. Just because I've criticized certain behavior of the PF. Eh? I don't run anyone's agenda. I don't run your agendas. I don't run your agendas. You should know. I am not here to run your agenda. I'm here to run an agenda which I think, okay, at the end of the day, there is a result. I want to see results. I have an objective. When I pick on an issue, I have an objective. But some of you think that, I'm in your pocket and I should just be, be saying what you like. No. So, the issue, for example, the issue of your speaker. I mean, she's right. She's right. And you are wasting your time making petitions, whatever. She's right. She's right. JJ is not coming. Even if Bajak Mwimbu is saying whatever, JJ is not coming. And even if JJ comes back, JJ will never go back into parliament. So why are we making this fuss? Even if JJ comes back, speaker now 7 days. 7 days, let JJ come. But really, even if JJ comes, will JJ go to parliament? JJ Chalipwa. As long as UPND is in power, unless a miracle happens. But it is very clear. So why are we even bothered about this? Why not go into the campaign? Why not go into the campaign and make sure that you retain that seat? Because for PF, I've been talking about this, that you are being crying babies. And you people, some of you are not very happy. You want me to keep on. You want me to continue agreeing. You see, there is an objective very clear, the objective that I've had, which I've been running, and I still run it. I'm still running it. The objective is to get Hakainde Hichilema out of State House and bring Walungu inside. That is the objective. This is what I've been running with. I've been running with this agenda. And I keep on that, because this is what I do. When I pick an agenda, when I pick something, I run with that. I don't stop. I don't stop until the results are seen. Atumu pama pamo. And my issue has been a agenda. It has been my agenda. That has been my agenda. It has been a rapport. And I started it a long time. But you see, I can talk, but there are other things that needs to be done. It cannot be done. Issue of rapport can never be achieved by one single person. It can never be. I've seen some other people, they inflate their ego. They think it is them, only them can run that agenda. No one can run an agenda of installing somebody into State House. It can never happen. No one person can run an agenda to install a president. You should know that, especially you, some of you, to my political infants, who have known social media now. You think that your voice, when you talk too much on social media, then you have carried the day. There is more to be done than just what is said on social media. Here, I come on social media and I've got an influence. I've got a considerable influence. But I know that I can't install a president alone. I can't. Yes, I have to contribute. I can only contribute, but other people must come in. So yes, I have this objective. But other people must come in, including Valungwa Vene. We must all fight aggressively. Failure to which, no matter what I say, no matter how many other voices come on social media and talk, it will go nowhere. And this is my issue around this time. Because we are more just talking. Yes, talking is good. But when you are saying, natukwata abantu balebefi, awabantu, bafuide bamoneka at some point. You can't keep on saying, abantu. At some point, those people must come forward. Those people must be seen. Otherwise, what are you talking about? Bantu inshulelandapo. Abantu. But mulimweka pa social media. Nga mwaya live mulimweka pa social media. Abantu mulelandapo nibesa. Meanwhile, haka inde ichilema le migibula. Because haka inde ichilema, if you haven't seen, I want to be honest here. Haka inde ichilema is scoring, Is scoring. You may not like what the method that is doing, and I don't agree with it. But unfortunately, when it comes to politics is dirty. And we can't pretend because UPND is the one that is in power and we want to be angels. In the never PF, you had your own issues. You had the way that you were doing some of these things. Some of these things, of course, mwalikweteko ka discipline, mwalikweteko fideka decorum. But UPND, bachitafe chite. But the fact is that ama politics for yaba concept. Na kwa America, look at how the Democrats treated Donald Trump. Look how they were dragging him courts. Look at the propaganda that they were putting up. That is how politics is. And if Donald Trump had remained there crying, hey, look at these people. Trump was going Kumakoti, but he was pushing pressure. He was putting pressure. And a lot of people joined Donald Trump. Joined Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a rich man. He had money. But still, other people came in with money. But Elon Musk, banani. A lot of people came in. And that is how he succeeded. If you look at social media was flooded with Donald Trump's messages. It's not Donald Trump that was sending all those messages. There were many. The candies of this world. They had to come in. And that is how Donald Trump succeeded. It is the same thing with the Alebo de Rapport agenda. If this Alebo de Rapport agenda, we are going to keep on just, no, Tayali, you should keep on talking. Okay, landa, na imo mwambo kutumama phone. Lungu, haka inde ichilema, wow. Meanwhile, ama seats valesenda. Meanwhile, I mean, uko, kuna nkane, constitutional court, lungu vale mchinga, na mwikala. It won't happen. It's not magic. It's not magic. And this is why because I'm seeing that we are not putting up the pressure that is needed. You can't expect to win. Let me tell you, truth be told, you can't expect to win an election under the circumstances in which we are. You can't. It's not a miracle. Yes, I believe in miracles. I believe in God. But you can't be sitting on your hands and expect God to perform miracles. You have to fight. And the truth be told, as much as some of you who are supporting PF don't want to hear this, you need to hear it. At the rate at which we are going as PF, I'm not PF, but you never PF. Of course, I'm part of you. At the rate at which we are going, you can't get power from Haka in the HDM. You can't. You can't get power from Haka in the HDM. You can't. No, okay, tell us what to do. There are many things that you need to do, which you are not doing. Look, you have been having by-elections, and you are not participating in by-elections. You are not participating in by-elections. Why do people participate in by-elections or in elections? You participate in elections not just to win an election, but to strengthen your structures of your party. That is why people participate. So if you go, it is like a boxer who does not participate in tournaments. And you say, no, I'll come and fight the championship. How? You are a boxer, and you say, no, I'm not going to engage in these small fights. I'll just come and fight the main fight. Even if you are Zambia, we want to play with Malawi, we want to play with Zimbabwe, we want to play because we want to come and play the finals in the Africa Cup. You can't. And if you are not participating, why are you not participating? Is it because haka in the HDM send the PF? I mean, you are succumbing to it. You are becoming crying babies because haka in the HDM ampoka PF, so that you are not participating. Na imomo aikalatika haka in the HDM alipoka. Who is losing? Tell me. Haka in the HDM alipoka pacha avika mtumba yako. Whoever it is, you can talk about Mao Sampa, you can talk about this Kahara madman. You can talk about those. But at the end of the day, Haka in the HDM, when he's grabbing PF, he doesn't want you to participate in elections. He doesn't want you to participate in political activities. Haka in the HDM, he's a dictator. Meanwhile, your seats are going. Haka in the HDM is consolidating himself. He's having more seats. And when it comes to voting, it comes to making decisions, it is all Haka in the HDM. You will come, the time of many elections will come in 2026. When you are so broken, how can you win? You are so broken, you are so fragile. How can you win an election? And and you want me to just keep quiet? No. If I tell you the truth that no, you are not consistent. Naba mulishamu. Efo mwa tumpira, yene ya kulishamu. You even know, imwadi ndanda day and night, nishinga mumpera. So the same thing, padi issue ya kwa JJ. In wanting to tell you the truth, chilankalipa when you don't participate in the elections. Look at the Chipata elections ya Fumile Konombaline. Look. Surely if PF had participated in those elections, they would have won. If Socialist Party got those numbers, what about PF? PF would have won those elections. Now we have elections in Kawambo. And again, here, we have elections in Kawambo. Instead, because PF, you are the biggest political party, you are supposed to be acting as big brother to the opposition and kind of lead them. By now, you would have called so that together you put up one candidate. Now, Karabale iminika, katushinga uka, kwa kuna banani balabale iminika. Ba socialist na wake iminike, ba PF na imumuke se katushinga na imumuke se iminika ba tonse. Na imumuke se because ba tonse really. I mean, let's face it. Let's face it. The truth of the matter is that really, anyway, nalakasha. But na imo ba tonse muke iminike. Imagine, muke minike kala uka ake minike. Let's see, put it that way. Uka ake minike. Tonse ike minike. Socialist ike minike. What do you expect? What do you expect? Do you think you are going to win that election? But PF would come in as a big brother and organize the opposition. Because sometimes you have to lose for you to gain. So sometimes you can even say, you know what, all of us same support the Fred Membe. You may not agree with Fred Membe. But really, at this point in time, you would rather sleep with the devil than to sleep with UPND. Mungu mfikishe. You would rather sleep with the devil than to sleep with the UPND. You would rather let the devil gets it than UPND gets it. So at this point in time, somebody sent me a message to say, you don't support Fred Membe. Fred Membe is very bad, whatever. At this point in time, even if Fred Membe is a bad man, I would rather support Fred Membe wins a seat than to let UPND win a seat. This is the truth. From my point of view, I would rather vote for you in help Fred Membe, as much as you are saying is a bad man. As much as you are saying is a bad man, I would rather let Fred Membe win that election than UPND. Because UPND is a distraction, is a distractor. UPND is destroying big time. And Tawakweteno seva UPND, Tawakweteno. So really, I mean, these things, and I mean, I see these things. Must I keep quiet? No. And when I talk, no. Hey, you are not consistent. No. I don't want to be following Ichina Mpofu. Therefore now, I've got brains. I think. Inshava indoctrinated. What no praise singer. Inenda tontonkanisha, ndai tontonkanisha. And don't think that I don't tell people. I do. Because some of you say, no, don't talk there. Don't say it on social media. Hey, talk to them in private. Ndaveva. So, I don't want, if I don't come out here, I'll be part of that failure. I don't want to be that part of failure. Nakana, I don't want to be part of the failure. So I'm not going to go until you fail. No, I'm not going to be part of it. We need to jack up. And look at the time. Yapwa 2024, Yapwa. Twala ingira in 2025. It is just a matter of few weeks, 2025 to ingira. The other time, my elections. And yes, you can be excited. No, my elections, Yapalama. Yes, Yala Palama. And UPND has messed up. But what is the replacement? Who is the replacement? You think, Bakesa vota fat kirikiti. Bakesa vota. Minua na mulekeresha ba Concord. Namulekeresha na muikara. Trailer 10th December. Unazi trailer 10 December. Oh, akulolele. So really, these are my issues. These are my issues. I run an objective. It is not that yo chite tampere, yo ba PF na wale go awe. Chama na miebela pwechinka. And whoever is helping me, if you are helping me, because of whatever, Chilufya. Help me because I stand for the truth. So I'm very disappointed with the issue of JJ. You are trying to make a fuss instead of making sure that you go and retain that seat. And the other seats are coming up. Other seats are coming up. Anyway, so ina run an objective. Eronga na tampa agenda nshileka. So issue yakwa, for example, bayo maps. Bayo maps na bakashibenu mwishi befie. Hii agenda ndinayo. And if you are going to underrate me, you will see. Because Nimbona, you are trying to throw to my jabu, patali. You are throwing to my jabu, patali. Mukose. Underrate me at your own peril. Underrate me at your own peril. Because ndara nalikuwa tom pampamina. I may not be strong, I may not be whatever, but I come pampamina kalakenekani. Eka mfisha pano. Akampampa mina kalakenekani. Eka nsunga. Eka lengo kwa tifinti fichitike. And in them ever, imweba yo mamps no mkashiwenu. Mwishi wefie. Filefo mule chita kukoti fiawu puwa. Nefo mule tolo katolo fefie se mule chita. Nde sungo tuma video. Pasande. Ndinenu. Toso tuma video tulia. I'll be analyzing them. Lero ba yo maps bachikopa picture. But no mukashuwabo. At family comes first. Pasande, I'll be talking about you. And your maps, wish refie mune. And nalikuwa agenda. Kaka agenda at objective. Ama objective, there must be a result to come. And there must be indicators. Your maps, I can assure you, opo mulandu yuwa kwa musianu lesa mkupwira. Na iwe, utuma numbers tulolanda potulia, tukesa panshi. Ukamona. Ndekwe wechishinga. Ukamona. Utuma numbers tukesa kunshi. And that is my objective. What is my objective? And my objective is, number one, because your maps, you are not controlling your wife. And you want us fobalela that moneke fipuba. Kwati wenu woko itamano. So twala kumona. You are the mona wata leka tuwa peshe. Twala peshani. That is number one. Number two, you are your maps. You want to show that you love your family. And yet umwana owe because that ishilefo kumulumbuleshi. How can you say family comes first? Anyway, Pasande. Then the third issue. Ilia case ya kwa Musiani should not go anywhere. Because there is no case where Musiani should go to jail. So I've got an objective. I don't want Musiani to go to jail. That is my objective, and I will continue talking about it, and I will show to the public and to the courts, because even in our court, and to the courts, I will show that Musiani does not deserve to go to jail. I've got an objective to make sure that Musiani is acquitted, and I'm going to continue showing the evidence that Musiani does not deserve to go to jail. I've got other videos, ama voice notes, ama conversations, I will upload them per Sunday. The point I'm trying to tell you is that inenga na tampa akantu inshireka I keep on ndafenako na ile issue ya kwa alemwe rapo ni mamule nchita disappoint. You are disappointing me. You are letting me down. Alemwe rapo is an agenda. It's a savior to the country. But mulef senda lightly. No. And you are a former ruling party for that matter. You are a former ruling party. Iria former. If we are womba. Where are the people that you are doing business with? Where are the people that you are doing business with? Why should they just let you whatever? Mule isamualanda nibana twabeba. Twabeba. so that they help PF. And helping PF, eventually they're helping the country. Bottom line is what? I have an objective. I come here with an objective. Inshilan take off at news na isana na chita report if it's thinking if therefore mbombanga mwana na isapano ninshini kwato kondea balawa change da bala mona nokumona to tayali okwalea nyuko bala mona bale shiba. They even know. They know where I'm going. So I don't just come here. It must make sense and we must achieve. Ero ine ishfo okulusa nakana. Ishfo okulusa. Ishfo okulusa ine awe ishfo okulusa. So if you feel papa. So like you know at proceed of crime. Proceed of crime by UPND. They are using it. They are using it to kill a level of agenda. That is the issue. They are using proceed of crime to mess up Edgar Lungu. They are using it. And the praise singers and whatever, they are busy drinking it like water on a hot day. They're just drinking it, they're just accepting it. Meanwhile, by UPND, but busy, Imo pane mulela ndapolelo. Kana natambuka ndapali mupane. Kana natambuka ndapali pane. Russian pali mupane. Russian mupane. Kana natambuka ndap. Russian duo carriageway. Russian pensions vale even darama. They are stealing money from pensions. Duo carriageway, the money that they used on duo carriageway came from pensions. Ila Zambi vashtire, money came from pensions. Mamba corridors. They put in how much they put in there. They put in so much money in there. How much money did they put in there? Is it 4 million? They put in so much money which was not needed. They are using that money. They are stealing. Every day, I'm a pictures. You have been seeing ama pictures over and over, same pictures. Yerama flats yaba esta lungu. Leroba yako peromu, mailoba yako pera pamulu, leroba yako pako chimbusa, ba yako pako kukichini. Same pictures of the same flats. But every day they go and take a picture and a new story. The same story. By pirimula, by piriwiromu. First batampa, ba esta lungu, ama flats ya ba langa. First balanga kwe fiani. Next, amo waisa turanga, bali pa gate. Twaisa, mukupokolo la ma flats ya. Twaisa, ama ma flats ya ba lungu. Ba esta iseni, one and caution. Next, atina New Gilbert Piri. We are grabbing the flats. Ba hakukoti. From there, Maester is sent to me Kate. Same flats over and over. And those flats, how many are they? How much money? Same thing. Pirikiti. Ina nkane farm yakwa ntwa nkano. Yakwa tasila. I mean, look at that cadre. That cadre. As big as a country, which country? Iwe kala ninchima, which country is as 600 hectares? Can you compare to ama family yako aka inde ichirema? Can you compare ama family yako aka inde ichirema? Wapo kulola abantu. Haka inde ichirema, alikuwa tama famu nama famu, nimpanga. And you go, palitasira, it is as big as a whatever. Finish filipo padia, finish mwa mwenepo. Nembushi kwa tshadi walenso kanda. Mwali tumonotu mushitulia kwa tuwa walenso kanda. Ati fence. Which fence? Fence yama wire. Fence ya mawaya, iya benda. Mune wati yo, fence. Finish Filipo paja. Finish Filipo. What is on that farm? Tell me what is on that farm. What is on that farm that you can be talking about to say, proceed of crime? What is on that farm? What is on that farm? What did you see? The money that you spent, you had a chopper. Ukushinguluka ila farm. What you spent on that day? What you spent on that day? That money that you spent to run with that chopper, to go there, and the people that went there, was more than the value of the farm. The people that you got, and the way you went round, what you spent that day was more than the value of the farm, because tapali ifi abo popali. Tapali ifi abapo. Ile mpanga yako wachukua fe kuli banani kani, kuli ba mpezeni. Mafumu. Nifunako land. They will give me. There is nothing there. There is nothing. And bale milanga proceed of crime. Ama allowances na chopa ba send radio okushinguluka. The value that the money that they spent that day is more than the value of that useless farm. There is nothing there. There is nothing there. But look, you are excited. It is the Alemo Rapo agenda which they are trying to kill. It is the Alemo Rapo agenda which they are trying to kill. It is to tempt Edgar Chagwalungu. That is so. Balempelama gifty. Birthday gift, whatever. Come on. What are we talking about? What is there? And Edgar Lungu has been telling you, it's me that used to give these people money. Why don't you get that Edgar Lungu? Why don't you get him? And you keep talking about, proceed of crime, but you don't mention any crime whatsoever. You don't mention any crime because at least Uyulungu ngamwalimu fula twamonako bukabwalala bwakwe. Ngamwalimu fula twamona bukabwalala uyu muntu nikabwalala. No mama ikadave proceed of crime. Na wabantu abashitontonganya bwino they are able to think that bale monati yo pali lungu aliba fishi. Give me one property that would excite me. Give me. If I come out, I show you this place where I'm staying. It's a bloody big place, thousands of people living here. And it is owned by one person. One person. Ubuchushi mwakwata ubuchushi wa kuma property na mumutwe. Ubuchushi wa mumutwe kwati ni cancer. It is very sad. It is very sad. There is nothing. I don't know about Baneva Smumbanabu. Baneva Smumbanabu. Now, why wake up? Why wake up over never smooth? If the government is getting the property, they should explain. Imova never smumba. No, luto shirwa wadi. Uluto shirwa wadi alo musuna. You cannot explain. Okolufuma. But never smumba. You are in no position to come and talk to say, no, government is getting, because they are not explaining well. You know very well, even in deep down your heart, you know that this is an injustice. That's why because whenever Smumba, I know you are a very clever man. I know you are a very clever man. You even know. But you have got no shame to lie just to preserve your position. You know very well that tapali ama property pali. Tapali imova never smumba. If we were to just audit your life, how many things can you account for? Uwali muledia, just your meal that you are eating, you cannot account for it. The vehicle that you drive, where did that vehicle come from? Can you account for it? The house that you are living in, can you account for it? On what ground does government pay you? On what ground? On what ground does government give you that vehicle that you drive? On what account? On what grounds? On what grounds that you have a police officer guarding you? For what? For what? On what account that you get paid every month? On what account? On what account? So if South Africa, on what grounds? On what grounds? Can you account? Can you account? How special is he? How did he get that job in South Africa? I mean, you are surrounded. Your life, whenever Mumbai, it is just, these contributions here and there from one government to the other. That's how you have been living your life. From one government to the other, one government to the other. Imweni mfwe batulie mu batulie mu mulaliamo abanenu baliye kwatiyo na wawakonke. It is very bad whenever smumba mule kwa tension whenever smumba. You can't account for the nshima that you eat. Into shimu musuna mushtogunga pandala no mfola ku government. And yet you can't account for that. Why does government pay you? Why are you on payroll of UPND? Why? Can you account for that? Can you account? Ukuwata, is that your account? How many people are talking? You are living like a king. You are living like the vice president more than Wanalumango. You are living more than Wanalumango. On what account? On what account? Awe, mlekwa tension vaneva smumba. Mlekwa tapensoni. Mulanda no. Man of God. Man of God. Uwa kowela. Mwali kowela imu mdala. Mwali kowela bad. Mwali kowela bad. Kwate niko justice. Nangu mwali mpata Edgar Lungu. Musheni muntu. You can't rip off a man like this. You are ripping him off. You are ripping him off. You are ripping Edgar Lungu off. Just because you don't want him to come back. Mulemutina. Mulemutina. But this is no excuse for you, PF, to be there and crying, yo, shan. No. There is something that you can do to fight back. You are not fighting back adequately. You are not fighting back. I'm very disappointed. I'm really disappointed. Na muikala so 10 fumulero lela. You even know. If you katumbuka mu. Era muleba bati no abantu bantu nshi. Bali kwisa abantu. Kolonga ni Kenya abantu kaidi. By election is one way, is one good place where you can show your people. I'm a by elections. You go there with a crowd. You go there, you beat UPND. Bala munatie bali kwa tavantu. Not mwikali efi abantu. Imumwe bantu. Tefo chifiro kuba. So, but vaneva smumba mkwate ko mutima vaneva smumba. Yes, ama politics nse vana wikute but awe vamdala. Not to call the viving to chilandirandi yo. Awe. Tefo chifiro kuba. Mwebene muleka GPM mkalamba wandi. GPM alafwa. Ati mwishiro mbulamfwa munimuka mwenso. GPM alafwa mchifungu. Andi nshilelande fya chiyonde wata fya GPM mulwele. GPM even tali mujere. Even tali mujere. Ukukulastu kutwali monatiba GPM. His health hasn't been okay. Forget about jail. But even before, but GPM has been in and out. But GPM is in and out of South Africa. Nindarama bakwata. Ababa pina ba GPM. I don't know what would have happened by now. Ero imonomba mwamugula GPM mwamvika mchifungo. GPM wala mifuira imo. GPM wala mifuira. Ero mkalanda tiyo ati national money. Mukalanda national money. Mukalanda finch. Yes, I know some people say, no, no one is above the law, no one is above the law. To live on to. We should be compassionate of each other. To live on to. To live on to. Even if you fine, you can say, I'm not even going to argue about, no, GBM is innocent. I'm not even going to go there. I'm simply talking from the compassionate point of view. From a compassionate point of view. Yes, indeed, there are people that are sick here, even in Mujere, whatever. But we know about GBM. I don't know about another person. Tell me another person. I will advocate for that person. I will advocate. I don't know about another person. So don't tell me about imaginary people. Hey, why are you talking about GBM? What about... I don't know about another person. If you tell me that there is somebody who is sick, I will advocate for him. For now, I know GBM. And on compassionate ground, I am asking him over Akainde to consider GBM. To consider GBM. Mwileka GBM wafile mchifungo. Toa papatu. Mwileka GBM wafile mchifungo. Mwileka GBM wafile mchifungo. Andi... Bambelele koluse. Bamwine Lubemba. Mumbelele koluse. I have to say this. Mumbelele koluse. Ati chipopa chisosa chipamana. Bamwine Lubemba. GBM. Inende bukisha. Efo tuatari kenena ba GBM. Pali bamwine Lubemba. During the time of Basata. Alachile nkalipa. Inena tualitari kenena ba GBM. Na tuikala. Niya le don de bukisha wino. Na tutari kane chine pali bamwine Lubemba. Bamdala mwichitevu. Awe. Shani ne. Ala. Nomba bamwine Lubemba. Mwali mulusaka mwali ya mwona ko GBM nshishibe nimbi mwali ya mwona ushiba Akainde ichiremba mwalire mwaba monako mwalanda kupalwa kwa GBM GBM muntu wenu mwana wenu mwana nifu mushimbi ofo chichita ngachakoti Akainde ichirema baba umfa kumfu mushimbi nishi mweta balefu kumyumfuira nishitaba michindike. Because bambia babala bomfwa. Akainde ichirema bambia babala bomfwa. Nga imwe nishi baleka nokumyumfira nishi bali misula. Epo tule tontonkanya buno ngachakwa because somebody told me no bamwine Lubemba is trying to talk to the president. Okay, if you are doing that and he's not listening to you, what does it mean? Because bambia babala bomfwa. I don't want to start mentioning names. But bambi shimbi mfumu bala shumfwa. Nga bamwine Lubemba chinshi baleka nokubomfwa palwa kwa GBM. Chinshi baleka nokubomfwa. GBM asukafile mchifungo. Awe. Therefore chifilo kuba. And you can have all the excuses. You can talk about the law. You can talk about whatever. But Ubuntu tufile twakwato ubuntu muntu ngachula mwamono muneno fu achula mwamumfira koluse mumfire nkoluse GBM mumfire nkoluse munenefe achula mwebantu shuwa munenefe achula no imwe bene baneva simumba pantu mulebya pantu nabo awe I mean such kind of positions that you have. Maybe those are the positions. That is what you should be helping in under such circumstances. No. You can be a coach poor, which let us respect the law. You are winoka erioka luala paravia nanikane tuanikane you will learn. Mulifipuwa if my friend just Vincent that let's respect the law. Who is saying that we should not respect the law? We are talking about compassion. We're talking about being compassionate. You don't understand. Allah. Uchitafi ntwani kane ngecha kwa chela. Kutumpa. So, let's be compassionate, surely. Let's be compassionate. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Let's be compassionate. Let's be compassionate. Tuikose mitimefi Akainde ichirema muikose mutimefi bamdala wandi muikose mutimefi. Yes, you have to respect the law for sure, but we all know, who doesn't know that man is sick. Munefu afile mchifungo kateka afilanga ko mutima Eh? It's really, really sad. It's really, really sad. Eh? Ah. GBM. No. I feel bad. And I'm talking on compassionate point of view. That's what I'm talking about. Compassionate. Which brings me now to this issue of JJ. Eh? This issue of JJ. I want to tell you, those of you with hearts, but you people, you are callous. You are callous. You are so hard-hearted. You are so hard-hearted. I don't know why you feel good, to see people suffer. I don't know. I don't know why you are like that. But Jack Wimbu, for we know. For we know. Well, Shani, he's okay. He's renting a flat, whatever. Bamdala ba Jack Wimbu, mineni amate. Bamdala ba Jack Wimbu, mineni amate. Don't get excited by the suffering of others. Don't get excited that no, God does not like it when you enjoy seeing people suffering. Like umukashwako are mumps because we are on fabuino. Abantunga bale chula, umuntu ale chula alon fabuino. No mwana wako ayo mumps vidanga ale chula, nani shikum fabuino. It's not good, Wamdala. It's not good. Les attaquez-moi. And I want to tell people that as much as UPND is being so hard-hearted on JJ and accusing him of wrong things, there is a God. There is a God. There is a God. Whatever Jack Wimbo was saying, just know that there is a God. There is a God. JJ is with God. Lesa alina nkwe JJ. And whatever Jack Mwimbu was celebrating, I have to be careful in the way that I talk. Because these are diplomatic issues. So understand me very well in the way that I talk. But you should be able to get what I'm saying in between the lines. I cannot directly speak some of these things because, it borders on diplomatic issues. Which diplomatic issues that Jack Mwimbu na UPND may not know? Look, first of all, when you talk about a person coming back or being extradited, a person being extradited from another country, therefore I'm like myself, I'm here. I know you are looking for me. And the world knows that you are looking for me. But even if you come here and you say, we want this person, or you go and report to the police to say, I found Tayali, he's staying in that flat. You go and tell the police, there is Tayali there, and this man is a fugitive. Can you go and arrest him? The police in any country, just like in Zambia, they will try to investigate. They will even come and call me to the police. We have got this report. Okay? They will definitely call me. We have got this report. But the way it works is that it doesn't mean that just because and immediately you go and tell the police and you think they will just pick me, no kumbika pandeke or whatever and bring me to Zambia. It doesn't work out like that. The police or the security of that country will definitely not ignore an issue, especially when you are mentioning big cases like the cases that Yerama cases mutupela. Ama cases mutupela ya kulu at aggravated robbery. Na chimbichira chikesi vampela chinshichiria at inciting mutiny. When you mention these big cases, definitely the police will want to check. But they won't just say, okay, you are being accused. Here, come on, come here to Zambia. It doesn't work out like that. the country will have to investigate. And when they're investigating, they will also ask me to see, and they, what this is what you have been accused of. Tell us, what is the issue? And I will also explain. And they will do an investigation. And at the end of the day, if indeed they see that indeed I am a criminal, or yes, there is a prima facie case, that is when they can say, okay, I think Uyumuntu is a problem. That is when they can extradite me. So you should know this, because some of you have been saying, hey, Jejena Babwikata, you are next. I don't hide, I'm here. I don't hide, I'm every day on social media. Why don't I hide? Because I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal. And even this country, they know. They have investigated me. They have investigated me. They wouldn't have given me, I wouldn't have had an asylum. Before they give you an asylum position, to say they give you a refugee, basically, because you become a refugee at the end of the day. Before they grant you that position of being a refugee, they have to investigate. And different wings of government, whichever country you are in, they will investigate, including international organizations such as by Interpol. They will investigate, they will check, is this man a genuine person? Is what this government is saying true about this person? After what they investigate, if indeed yes, you have got an issue, a problem, that is when they will make arrangements to extradite you. But even before that, they will check, have you committed a crime in their country? If you have committed a crime in their country, they will charge you according to their law before they send you out. So, for example, if JJ entered into Zimbabwe and he has flouted any law, okay, he has flouted any law, that country will first have to punish him before they extradite him. Before they extradite him. And if you are saying no, he's a criminal, they will have to at least make sure that indeed what they are talking about, what the government is claiming, is true. They will have to investigate. That is what happens. That is what happened. So, Jack Mwimbu fila bachila ituntumba. And we are just making arrangements. Bushe chola. Bushe risaka. Jeje muntu. With human rights which goes beyond Zambia. Human rights are universal. But Jack Mwimbu, human rights are universal. Wherever you go, especially if a country is a democratic country like Zimbabwe, where they respect the law. In Zimbabwe, they respect the law. Mnangagwa does not tolerate human rights abuse. You can't expect just because JJ aingira mu South Africa, mu Zimbabwe mu Musanga, and you can just phone, hello, can you bring that guy? No. They will have to look at his human rights first. But Jack Mwimbu, tell me, has Zimbabwe confirmed that JJ is a armed robber, or is an aggravated robber, like you are claiming? Can you convince Zimbabwe or any country that JJ indeed is an aggravated robber? Can you go and tell that story before any people? Can you explain how JJ became an aggravated robber? What did he steal? Because you are just putting it, he's an aggravated robber. Aggravated robber. What did he steal? What did he steal? What did he steal? Can you really go to Zimbabwe? Kavieni ku Zimbabwe. Kavieni kalandeni. Kavieni. Go to Zimbabwe. Besides, there is a meeting there. Why are you not there? Why are you not there? Go to the meeting. Take advantage. Instead of you going to an important meeting, ku Zimbabwe, ku meeting, here Komesa. You are supposed to be there. Instead of you going there and talking sense about the region, you are not going. And you are busy now. Hey, JJ, he's going to come back. He's going to come back. Zimbabwe has got more important things to look at. Zimbabwe has got more important things to look at than to be part of your dictatorship of treating the opposition like criminals. Zimbabwe is not interested in that. I can assure you that. They are not interested in your petty politics of criminalizing people. They are not interested. Hear it from me. Hear it from me. Zimbabwe is not interested. Is not interested. Zimbabwe is not interested in cheap politics of making the opposition criminal. JJ is a member of parliament. JJ, you put him as leader of the independent member of parliament. When you just came into power, you put him as leader of independent members of parliament. Didn't you know that JJ has got criminal matters? Only after you saw that JJ is fraternizing with Edgar Lungu, you went and abducted him, tortured him, and left him to die. Unfortunately, God did not, said no. God spared his life. After Monekela, what did you do? You have never allowed JJ to come to the public to tell us what you did to him. Instead, you are going in the night. Chilufya Masebo, the minister, went there. Tabo Kawana and that other permanent secretary, you have been going there, coercing him to start lying, to lie, to change the statement. He has told us that State House abducted him. JJ said it. State House abducted him. He mentioned people that abducted him. But you have not allowed JJ to come out and tell us the story. And instead, you give him this case, aggravated robbery, so that you keep him inside. That is the agenda. You tortured JJ, and JJ came out and told the people that abducted him, because you thought JJ is going to die. But he survived, and he said, it's Reverend Ngoma and Hamasaka. People who eat with Haka in the Ichirema, people who sit with Haka in the Ichirema, they move with Haka in the Ichirema. And if these people move with Haka in the Ichirema, eat with Haka in the Ichirema, definitely it falls on Haka in the Ichirema. And because you don't want that truth to come out, that is why you gave JJ this case of aggravated robbery. Because if JJ was indeed a criminal, you would have given him those cases immediately you came into power. But when you came into power, you started hauling JJ to your side. You started, enticing JJ to come to your side. That's why you made him leader of independent members of parliament. You wanted JJ to be on your side. Unfortunately, JJ pledged loyalty to Edgar Lungu. Chami Kalipa. You couldn't take that. You couldn't take it. You got him. You wanted to kill him. You beat him, you tortured him, and left him to die. You threw him out so that, in the morning people would find him dead. But JJ was alive. He goes into a hospital. You go and ransack the hospital. A full battalion of police officers. You drag JJ out of a private hospital. You take him in a military hospital. I am recounting these things because I want the world to know how UPND has treated JJ, because you are busy saying JJ is an armed robber. And I want you people to know, I know the international community is watching. I am telling you, these are the accounts of JJ. When UPND came into power, they were enticing JJ to be on their side. And they made him leader of independent members of parliament. He was their darling. Unfortunately, JJ pledged loyalty to Edgar Lungu. And that is where the problem started. JJ was gotten so that they abducted him so that they would have killed him. They would have killed him. And they beat him up and left him to die. dropped him in the bush to let him die, but he didn't die. When JJ was picked by the relatives, they took him to a government hospital. From the government hospital, the relatives said, no, we can't keep him in the government hospital. Let's take him to a private hospital. They took him to the private hospital. Videos are there on social media. You will see how the police, stormed this private hospital, almost beating up the staff in that hospital. And they grabbed JJ to take him into a military hospital. Into a military hospital. In the military hospital, the government officials, ministers, PSs were going there. The recordings are there. Even on social media, if you check, you will find them. They are there. And they are coercing JJ to say, no, don't say that it is State House. Change the story. And JJ insisted, no, I can't change the story. Out of that, aggravated robbery. So that JJ can stay inside. When the people that were there, some of the people that were there, they said, no, this is too much. They made JJ escape. And that is how he found himself where he is now. That is why he found himself there. JJ did not intentionally go into Zimbabwe because he wanted to go and live in a flat and live a life. No, JJ has a family with beautiful wives and children. It is circumstances because UPND wanted to kill him. That's why JJ ended up into Zimbabwe. So whatever story that Jack Mwimbu is telling is boo. Is boo. And JJ, according to countries that respect human rights, JJ will not be allowed to come back to Zambia. JJ will not be allowed to come back to Zambia. So, Jack Mwimbu, whatever you are saying, because it is not true. If it is true, Zimbabwe or any country, they would honor it. But a country that respects human rights, they will not. They will not. A country that respects human rights, they will not. And don't think that Zimbabwe will help you in your dictatorship, in your abusing the law. Zimbabwe will not help you. Not Zimbabwe. They are a democratic country. They respect human rights. They respect human rights. Even you don't respect human rights. You don't even respect SADC. You don't respect it. You don't respect it. You go against SADC. You have been doing things that are against SADC policies. And you think, they will run for you. For what? To help you in your human rights abuse. I just wanted to educate you on these diplomatic procedures and etiquette. So even me, whoever they say, hey, next is you in the social media. In the social media. Don't think that those who have given me asylum, they are fools. They are not fools. It's you who are fools who think that, a person like me can organize soldiers to take over a country. It's you who is a fool. It's you who is a fool. It's you who are fools who cannot see soldiers, coming into my yard with machine guns and think that, no, I've staged it. A vehicle enters my yard and you say, I've staged it. How can I stage that? How can I stage that? It is you who are being fools. But not everyone is a fool. Other people will see things as they are. So stop wasting your time. Hey, next it's you, next it's you. No, it's you who is being foolish. You are being foolish. You are being foolish. Other countries, they respect the laws. They respect human rights. So they will not help Zambia in mistreating us. They will not. They will not. They will not. Other countries are very strong. Are very strong. And don't think that I was foolish to traverse the world and end up being in this country. Don't think I was foolish. I was not being foolish. I was not being foolish. You think I'm a fool? Ndamiseka sana. Hey, your sponsors. Do you even know my sponsors? Do you even know my sponsors, you? Do you even know my sponsors? Eh? Do you even know my sponsors? Eh? Do you even know my sponsors? Yeah. Mletekanya. Hey, Edgarungu. Oh. Yeah. You are so cheap. You are so cheap. So, if you want, be consoled. The thing that I want to tell you is that, the point that I want to tell you is that, whatever Jack Mwimbu said, you need to understand that if wherever JJ is, that country cannot just pick JJ and bring him to Zambia. Even me, Panondi, pa social media and whatever, it is because I know that my case has been looked at by international organizations. They have looked at it. They will not just say you because I'm a refugee. Recognized. I'm a refugee. And that doesn't come just like that. It doesn't come just like that. You arrested me 14 times. Mwantwana kulukulu. Mwantwana kulukulu. If my case is Zimbabwe, I mean, for what? Just for telling you the truth. Imo for the Shenyama soldier to you, what's that inside Yama soldier? How? Oh, Imo. Yeah. Anyway, I think I've made my point. Let me open phone lines. I've made my point. Nindan. Mlesumina kawati. As much as I may look small, I'm not that small. I am not that small. I'm the biggest opposition in Zambia. I may not be in Zambia, but I'm the biggest opposition in Zambia. Jackie Mwimbu. Hello? Hello?
Hello. Good evening. Good. Yes, just want to contribute something. Yeah, one for Mr. Nevas Mumba. Yeah, I know that we are condemning him, but you see, yourself also, you're also in the same shoes.
How?
I hope this time will not go back to that.
How?
Because people, you are doing a good job, quite, but you see, initially you are also on the other side. You are also hitting Edgar Lungu. You see? The same way Nefas Mumba is doing. So you find that sometimes maybe trusting you, it may be quite difficult. I hope this time you are going to be consistent maybe with what you are saying.
And I'm sure you
that's
mean,
my contribution.
And I'm sure you mean when consistent, you mean not to support Lungu at all.
No. What I'm saying, this time you have got that agenda you have, right? And there are some issues so far you have brought up, which are valid, quite okay. I hope we will stick to that. Not whereby later on we discover that you are on the other side.
Sorry, you mean to say if Edgar Lungu is in State House?
No. Because currently you are on the Arewere agenda, not so. So we are hoping that you are going to stick to that throughout, despite having those challenges we're having in PF1.
No, listen, I have already. Wait a minute.
Come again.
Wait a minute. I have already spoken. I'm running the Arewere agenda. But that agenda has to succeed. If that agenda is failing, I mean, I can't continue with it. I can't. I mean, that's the truth. So that kind of consistency it doesn't make sense. When you see that something is not working out, you can't just say no, consistent. I mean, if you have that luishwa chimpwena vamushukiri kumo nechitumbi. So from my point of view, the Alebo Rapport agenda, I will continue supporting it as long as it is making sense. If it is not making sense, I will stop. I will stop. This is the fact. Hear it very clearly. I'm not even hiding. I'm supporting the Alebo Rapport agenda because it is making sense. I see it is the only solution that we have at the moment. But if it is failing, there is no way I'm going to continue. There is no way I'm going to continue. But the difference with me, my brother, with Banevas Mumba, even if I went to support the UPND, if tomorrow I supported by UPND, not that I'm going there, I'm not going there, but if in case I'm supporting Hakainde Hichilema, like I did some few months ago, I will not lie. When I went to UPND, by UPND, they were telling me to say, no, I should be supporting that Hakainde Hichilema has done this and that. I refused. I told them, at the moment, there is more to be done before we start saying Hakainde Hichilema has done, because at the moment, really there isn't much. So that is a difference. Ine, I will not lie. But never smumba bala vepa. Ine, I don't lie. Hello? That is my point, my brother.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
But never smumba, even if he sees it is not true, but him, because like for example, in the proceed of crime, but never smumba knows that Edgar Lungu really there is nothing to talk about. But he goes on, trying to make a point. Come on. That I will not do. Thank you.
So yeah, hear you very well.
Thank you, my brother. Hello? Hello? Yeah, I'm quite my
Yeah, I'm quite. I would even let me disagree.
Hello?
How tied allowed?
Mulelanda beti taile mfika buno mwe.
Maybe let me try. I think in network.
Okay, akula nden tufa potumfa.
Na sio like to disagree.
Yeah, shupe. Oh, sorry. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good evening, my brother.
Good evening.
Na mulondola wino sana efintisoma sana. Kuambira paki ba Evans Mumba. Okuya kuri wa Jack Mwimbu. Ba PF. Ndanda kupali ba PF first. Ba PF ngomwana ila. Ila shidama election na ile nkali pasana. There's no way abantu ngaba my election you can participate. Forgetting that issue na PF ground people that shifting their minds to Banda to Ali Karaba. Their name is dying. They are just waiting for 2026, which is not possible. They're supposed to be participating in my elections. I'm sure they are listening to what you are saying. You have to take your advice. It's very painful. Hello? Yeah, na hii point here wakala mbaba never super. Katuishi mu pastor wabonga wabashani na wabizo muti wa pastor tamuli. Barafuri baba ba advisor baba HHDF abasengire muri Rosfire. Gauri mutai. Paizi finti kusumefyama. Ndumba abantu wakwayo okulya. Eba lekutirisha futi bale bona olaba nawo. Balaba ifinti kula chini. Okay, sala ndashaka ngokuchizindu kachini. How are you going to stand before aba nabo abale out? Vanisa simumba kule kwa mdala. Kule ilikuwa Kenya amani. Vaja kumimbono ila shakwa JJ wabarika baba. namulondola muno sana sana tabakwetera mind ya diplomatic idea tabakwatako. That's why I say lwaki pante bali cyane
natumusanga
tulemuleta before tawalaisa parade wafile muntu washakwa wanono wane yiso yiso what fair after kwa kubra actually that wale punya kono muntu kati no wale wa awe wale kwa tamalo chile kali pamwe au chapo to ran kesingi lakini barande ko
datotera. Hello?
Hello.
Yes sir.
Mwawombeni mkwani.
Mkwani mwawombeni.
Wino wenu hawe namulondolola kwena natumfa mwe. Ndiko kusako fe disagree na wakola wachira tuma concerning PF. PF as it is now shako ati tulekusha mindset tulakudi banani nangu tulakudi bakalaba nangu wa SP awe PF ya ma voters card yesu so nangu tatulesta participate muma kaichipani wari vura vapera va avo vachavinga vasampa vanani. So we'll be the first in Africa maybe who could produce presidential candidate as a independent. So lungu hapa responsible wake mina na mpabu ato. Nipadi we. Nipachi muti, we are going to vote for him. Otherwise there's nothing happening in Zambia. So we cannot shift our mindset what tuambo kwa kudia wawandota tuishive. No. And for JJ Banda also. Now for one of JJ Banda te mataba kwa tumaronga mwisaka, let's go to Zambia. Or of Yumbu. Let's respect the human rights. Because muno Zambia JJ challenge wa mwike ku prison. Muna ndoko atalisa mention abantu wa State House. So even them, we are going to follow them after losing power also. We want to know who abducted him. Otherwise, if one of the folks are contributing. Thank you so much. Now, Mulanda Wino-san.
Thank you.
Muka?
Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, I have one or two to put forward.
Yes, please.
You know, in each of PF trying to participate in these elections, I think they can, but the problem is that any candidate that can be put there, unless those ones that are approved by Chavinga and Ingona, the way the electoral system has been put now, that only the president of one particular party can approve the certificate or whatever happens. I don't know that thing still stands. The next one is about Nevas Mumba. You know, I suspect a few days ago he was seen with the Mwenalubemba. And to me, I suspect that we didn't know the agenda what he went to see the Mwenalubemba about. It was soon after when GABM was put in jail. I suspect strongly that maybe he was sent there to go and discuss with the Mwenalubemba to say, please, listen, this is, ABCD, just to cool him down so he does not react. But still more, I'm disappointed because GABM had to lose the job during Basata's time for the sake of Mwenalubemba. And Mwenalubemba could not become a chief because the president refused to recognize him as a chief. And that was the way the fight was between, because GBM had gone to Kasama to meet the Mwenalubemba. And the president got annoyed.
The details, let's leave the details. I think, thank you. I've gotten your point. Thank you. Hello?
Hello, tata mwabombeni.
Mwabombeni mai.
Enchitamkwai. Ala tata muireko kutushova. Ifwe tulanda chi ichisosa chipamano.
Thank you.
Olo ulekweverapo nishina kutemwa. Ngata kutemenwe efiriana unshebwa wayane sintu kubuko. In a personally, I'm following and they're just telling us the truth in our faces. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Irelia shiria kwa jeje tata. Bushemule ibukisho kweba chivakateka. Badi tuevere. Bashire pamula basange fine tiachisa bajaki muimu. Balanda. We have arrested Badiabale Tuma. Bamwikete ku Mozambique. Bushori omuntu abakwi. Oba tweberepo. Talafika na nomba mu Zambia. Di pano tuli. Batire sokwaba. No kulala talala. No kushipula tashipula. But mwireko kutushova mule tushova, it will make us work. Thank you, Tata.
You know, and that's the open mind I like. You know, people need to be open minded because
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening, Chilufya.
Good evening.
Okay. Thank you so much for giving me the chance to contribute to this program also. I'll focus on PF, and I also have a question for you, Kumalasti. Okay, so first of all, I would say we, the Zambian people, allowed the church to be where it is today because of being docile. We have to agree. But in as much as we condemn PF that they are not doing much, PF is being fought left, right, and center. And in retaliation, PF wants to follow the law. Mamona, they want to follow the law in the way they do the things. Unfortunately, UPN is not democratic, meaning they are dictatorial regime. They don't follow or abide by the law or the constitution that they sought to uphold. Now, looking at all these I've mentioned, the battle is that the battle actually is not for Edgar Lungu alone or PF leaders. The battle is for the Zambian people, the citizens, particularly those that are affected by the current economic challenges, the high cost of living, and the hardship in Zambia. So now, looking at what I've mentioned, my question to you is, what tactics should we use as Zambians to fight back UPN, looking at the dictatorial tendencies that they have?
So, you see, my brother, some of what politics is like a battle. It's a war. People die in politics, you know that. People die in politics. So, some of the strategies, I cannot come here, especially when a government is not following the law. Because when a government is not following the law, you cannot be using the law to fight them. How are you taking, they are not following the law and you are court. How do you expect it? What do you expect how to come out of the court? When the court, they have taken over the courts. You see? You can't expect anything to come from the courts. So you need to put pressure.
Sorry for cutting you short. We have tried, because when we elected UPN into power, we thought they were democratic and they were going to follow the rule of law. They were going to abide by the constitution. But unfortunately, constitution was the constitution of Zambia is changed. So now, since if we follow the law to fight something, nothing is working. The thing that we have to do now is to rise. We have to rise now.
Listen, my brother. There are things that we can say on in a public forum like this. And there are things that we cannot say, that we can only say when in Ghana Twikala Panshi. So, and that response, that is the response that I give you. That I cannot come here and start saying, hey, do this, do this, do this. The only thing is that some of these things, people should be able to sit and say, how do we fight back? UPND, when they were in opposition, are you telling me they were following the law? In the way they were pushing against UPND?
But UPND were brutal in opposition. They were very brutal.
Thank you, bye.
They were not even respecting the law.
Bye. Haka inde Ichirema. Was he respecting the law? Haka inde Ichirema drove side by side with the president. Haka inde Ichirema, when he was called to come and explain about the Feruna case, he brought 50 buses and 2 people died. And some fools are saying, no, Tayali, you made people to die. It's Haka inde Ichirema who brought that confusion and caused 2 people to die. Hello?
Hello, Mr. President.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, thank you. I'm very happy for the topics you have touched on today, especially, reminding us, back here home of our duties concerning the political situation of our party and the affairs of the nation. We are too sleepy. Things will not just happen overnight or miraculously, but we need to wake up and begin to act. Some of us, we are pulling our own strings in small ways, but the more we rise, a lot of us rise up. This one is pulling this string, that string. Our small little efforts put together will shake the dictator in power today. As for JJ and the current Minister of Home Affairs and the briefing he had, they are just trying to sway attention from what was happening in Luapula, where they summoned the chiefs in Luapula to meet with the 6 ministers. Because of the by-elections coming up in Kawambwa. So that focus is diverted to JJ, and because they know JJ's issue is a hot cake in the nation. Even the manner in which the minister was speaking was so sheepish. He looked, he didn't know what he was talking about. And I want to believe so. So just continue really reminding us of our duty to rise up and do what we can to defend our country and democracy. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. I'm not saying people rise up. Please get me clearly. I haven't said people rise up. Rise up but we need to fight back. UPND is not following the law. UPND is being dictatorial. But I am not saying let's rise up. I'm a Democrat. Hello? Hello? Yeah, I'm quite sure, man.
Ingombe iliye chali na mabula. Mukweba chibe mbanderanda. Iliye chali na mabula. Ishi woko bati ayamata babantu n'abalima. So chimone ntunguru shichakwata ruze. Ishi ntunguru shituina shote ntunguru shiyo. Bati chika dipo bashkuni womoshi. Na neighbors kwa dibeshi wa kwanza. Vena vawele tetitu lepe na kubepa. twalisha ati bali butuke ku chechi ba join ama politics wale pa mwanawaza but let's at sente kwa inchi ku musekeshali ngenye na nomwana. I want to assure you that a day is coming for UPND and its minions. They will see. Just wait and see. We are watching.
Natotera. No, it's terrible. It's terrible. What is happening in our country is just not right. It's just not right. You know? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, my dear.
Hey, Mwagabonji President Tayali.
Buna bwani mwana.
Bwino Wanchito. Awe, makamba bwino maningi, especially pa inkanya wa Jack Mwingo. Ya makamba bwino maningi, kaivone kamunga vili easy kutenga mtu, kunja kwa ziku. Munga tuenda kutenga che phone ya wezo wala moteo. Serious?
Yeah.
So, waona wamene ivatani, wamene treating them opposition leaders. Mwimbe ya statement ya wapeleka wa Donald Trump kuli president of Nigeria.
Yes.
Wampasa kufika pa 30th November. Akambia to Donald Trump na press wenze inayofuti mzua akamati, this will go to every leader bazikola pansi. Sinangalia chini ya Nigeria ndiye njia. Pasebula, but alliance cha wamenashita infringe my rights ya opposition leaders. Sanction ya zamu. So ndiye vanizo funote at least nishitao contribute washita remind to Donald Trump agamba politician alliance wamenashita infringe my rights yake. Leader alliance azabelenga tu ndani, making sure afake sanction ngati ni prison, International Criminal Court. Wazampeleka Guantanamo Bay wakamba kiankana open chao stay alidogo shimika nao sikomo kwambira tayari
sikomo. Kairi, HH thinks that everybody thinks like him. That's why even when Kamara Harris came into Zambia, he started talking about Donald Trump. If Donald Trump had come into Zambia, I'm sure HH would have been very happy to arrest him and give him back to the Americans. So it doesn't work out. Other countries don't behave like that. Hello?
Hello. Hi, President Tayali.
Hello, how are you, ma'am?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for the great job and great analysis. And I just wanted to chip in on a couple of issues. The first issue I want to talk about is the issue of JJ and yourself. So I know the whole world's eyes are on Zambia right now.
Yes.
If election in Zambia is not a small case, it's a big issue. So we Zambians need to be aware that whatever is going on in Zambia, these are high-profile cases because President Tayali is a president of a political party, and JJ Banda is a representative of his people in Petauke. So these cases, you guys, they are high-profile cases, and the whole world is watching. Point number 2, Zambia's democracy is very young. We have had World War I, World War II. We have had innocent people have been killed because of rulers who came to power as Democrats and they later became tyrants.
Yes.
And we are seeing this thing taking shape in Zambia. So we have been advising this new Dawn government. They think they are untouchable, they are invisible. But the whole world is watching because what is playing out in Zambia has happened before. And because these things have happened before, that's why we have the United Nations was formed because of some of the things the world went through. And United Nations High Commission for Refugees was formed because innocent people were killed because of leaders seeking revenge instead of justice. So that is what I want to tell New Dawn government and your praise singers, that muachepa sana. The whole Zambia is on a microscope and the whole world is watching you, because what you are trying to do, other leaders have done it and they have failed. So it's like a time bomb. And I end here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And it's true what she's saying, that, I can assure you myself here, time and again, I am called for one meeting there, another meeting there, another meeting by some big organizations. And they are asking very interesting questions, including that issue which happened at the UNHCR, where some people were arrested and whatever. I just had a meeting on Thursday. 2 meetings I've actually had on that issue. And, they are asking me here and there. And even this issue of JJ, some people are very interested in that issue of JJ. I've had 2 phone calls today. 2 phone calls on the issue of JJ. Immediately the minister came in and whatever. 2 phone calls asking me. They were actually, one, I had to clarify about this issue, because people say, hey, no, the government has said JJ is an armed robber, is an aggravated robber. So I had to explain about it. Hello?
Yero.
Yes.
Wakateka.
Enquire.
So baona manga bazamugwira jeje Banda. Jack mwimbu. Nisana nda ku skulu. Achitika monga ndi uja muntu. Tasa nikambati monga sana nkale mu parliament mayezi ambiri.
Kai, that's why Visiana, if you've never been in government, you might not know these kind of things. Because for them, they just think, Alipa Zimbabwe. No, we'll bring him. Just please. There are procedures.
Venekoswe. Vakaposita, wana manga. Vazakatawa, wanaveva. Ero veve kai milandu zao zilikiriya, vazakagwiriwa.
Yeah.
So, vakateka tikupemperera nkoni.
Zikomo.
Onse na JJ Banda timpempererako. Zikomo kwambiri.
Indeed, muzipempera. You should be praying for us, and you should keep supporting us. You should be praying for us, and you should keep supporting us. Me, I'm very grateful for the support that I've received from a number of people. I'm very grateful. Hello.
Good evening, Mr. President, sir.
Good evening.
How are you, sir?
I'm okay.
First of all, I want to commend for the great job you are doing.
Thank you.
Upon our nation, Zambia. I'm trying to understand what kind of people we have in government now. I can't understand. It means something. Because how can the minister like to start having a place briefing without having JJ Banda in his hand? You're supposed to first of all have him. Now the old minister with all intelligence people around him. What kind of embarrassment is that? Who have done this to them? I think they are under a spell. They are not operating in a normal circumstance, no. What kind of minister is that? Zambia. I don't want to make a mistake. Let me just end here, my. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. This is what it is. When we say people need to learn at job on training, this is what it means. You can't just come up with a press conference. Tekanyeni. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Relax. Hey. I'm sure the Akada media tomorrow they will be carrying headline, JJ arrested. I'm sure. My headline, JJ arrested. JJ coming back to Zambia. Relax. That's what I'm telling you. Relax. And don't think that everybody agrees with your dictatorship. Don't think that everyone agrees with your dictatorship. And you think that everyone is going to agree with your dictatorship. No, they question. And I am the example of that situation where they question what is really going on. You are busy. Hey, Interpol. Which countries? How many countries did I traverse? How many countries did I go into? You are busy, Interpol. And I never walked in the bush. I've always been flying, and I've been to a number of countries since I left my country. I had to choose which country am I going to settle in. I was changing. No, not this country. I go to this country. I had to choose. So if your Interpol, as you are saying, no, Interpol. If Interpol so merit in whatever cases, why didn't they arrest me? Hello? Hello?
Oh, President.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Mukama na walungu ku Zambia. Niko na funzo tayari pati.
Yeah, phone simveka bueno mwe. Phone simveka bueno. Sinimvera. Anyway, I think I need to end here. Basically, I think, the issues that I've been talking about is number one is that you people, you need to understand me. Me, I don't run agenda for whoever. I run my agenda according to my conviction. And when I start, I pick issues, I have objectives. When I pick an issue, I've got an objective. I know where I want to take it. And I'll keep on being on that issue until the objective is reached. And even the Alewo Rapport agenda, it's an objective. And I want that objective to succeed. If I see that the objective or my agenda is not succeeding, why should I continue? Another example that I can give you is the issue of Benayo maps. I've got an objective. It is not that my objective is not kiddist. My objective is not whatever. I've got an objective, and the ultimate objective is that it's the issue of justice. I don't agree that Elias Musiani should go to prison. I don't agree, because the evidence that is there does not point at a person that deserves to go to prison. I will bring out some more evidence even on Sunday. I'll be talking about it. And so I run my own agenda. And if I see that this is not happening, if I change, don't say, hey, you have been paid by whoever. No. I don't work like that. You can pay me, but if I don't agree with you, I don't agree with you. I will never come here and lie like Vaneva Smumba. Vaneva Smumba lies. But you see, Vaneva Smumba will be doing some propaganda. That is where we differ with Vaneva Smumba. I am disappointed with Vamwine Lumemba. I wish Vamwine Lumemba would fight like other chiefs to, advocate for the GBM. I'm not even talking about no Ama cases, whatever. I'm looking at compassion. But GBM is not well. And I think, as much as we can talk about the law and whatever, everything, we should also be compassionate. We should strive to save lives. GBM's life needs to be saved. On the issue of JJ, I think the minister spoke too early about JJ. Because whatever it is, wherever JJ is, in whichever country JJ is, he will not just be picked like a bag of maize to say, oh, no. What usually happens is that before a person is extradited, that country also conducts its own investigation. And when they see that, yes, this person is a problem, that's when they extradite a person. But by UPND, they have been saying JJ was involved in aggravated robbery. That aggravated robbery, can they defend it? Can they defend it? How can they defend it when they came into power? They put JJ as leader of the independent members of parliament. JJ was their darling until they saw that they could not detach him from Edgar Chagwalungu. That is how they abducted him. When they abducted him, they beat him up, they tortured him, and left him to die. Unfortunately for them, he survived. When he survived, they got him, put him in a military hospital. From there, they started enticing him so that he can change the story. JJ refused to change the story. That is how they gave him aggravated robbery. So JJ is not a criminal like they are trying to put it. And a country that respects human rights will not just pick JJ and give him back to Zambia. They wouldn't. They wouldn't, because really, the guy is in danger. The guy is in danger and he's running away from danger. That is the situation. So don't be shaken by what Jack Mumbu is saying. Don't be shaken. It doesn't work out like that. It doesn't work out like that. I think those are my issues. At the end of the day, I say thank you very much to all of you that have been supporting us. And I say, please continue supporting us and continue praying for us. May God bless you. May God bless Zambia. Good night.